starter. But either way, it seems like we are gonna start with Gerda for the battle. Game 1, Maxim versus Ljovynn. Right off the bat, though, Ljovynn did start off with a Joe card, and that could get him a good starting hand. While Maxim starts off with a Hype Metastorm Big Man, it seems like though, to be honest, oh, he's gonna have to play the Zephyr. I think that's a perfect clear away. Let's hope that Maxim does have a great diagonal, but I have no clue if that would be true. Oh, and it looks like the Inkline Tri-Stringer didn't even reach Ljovynn's corners. He's really, really going at it, though. What a nice play from Ljovynn. Oh, and I see that reflux and the clash tie between that with the S-Blast 91. Ljovynn with that Octo Brush for absolute aggro. He's going with that aggro, I suppose. Some cards, for Ljovynn's case, he does need them for aggro plays. Not just for farming-wise, but for aggressive play. For aggressive comebacks, I suppose. Or whatever you want to call it. Oh, and there's the clash between Kelly and Octobrush. Ljovynn is playing out super well here. He is going to get himself a free special, or pretty much 2 free specials, though. So, with that Ink Mine he's placed, I think he's gonna have to predict well. And there's the predictable GooTuber! He knows his cards pretty well, ladies and gentlemen. That predict from Ljovynn is spot on! I see he's rotating the big swing. He's doing that for show. Wow. I think he's doing that for show, ladies and gentlemen. Either way, though, it seems like Ljovynn is on fire. Total skill. Total combat skill. That is a great prediction. What a nice prediction from Ljovynn. Either way, seems like Ljovynn is going for, I think, a good combo. But if Maxim has a 312, he could actually benefit and attack from the left side if he has a good card that can go around it. There's the Octo Zeppelin. And that fits well. That fits so entirely well with that Joe card. And Maxim is bricked. Totally bricked and cannot attack so well. Seems like he has the power clam ready. And there goes Ljovynn with that Zipcaster. He's going to attack very early on. Wow, okay, he's going to attack very early, but he could just farm that power clam. And lucky for Ljovynn, his opponent Maxim has already passed. And the Mint Decavitator, though. What can we see from the Mint Decavitator, though, to be fair? Oh my goodness, I do see a perfect spot from that Mint Decavitator, if that were to be true. There's the spot for that Decavitator, though. And the spot for the Splat Charger. Ljovynn is on fire now. And that clash, though, thanks to the end parry, Ljovynn got himself a free special. Now he's gonna play the Mint Decavitator either on his base, but of course I thought it was gonna be perfect for the other side. So it looks like he's gonna play Decavitator for 6 special points. That could get him the lead now because Maxim is already bricked. And Ljovynn plays Ursine Anomaly number 3. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Ljovynn taking game number 1 flawlessly by 112 points. Like it was no mercy. That is absolutely insane, though. 112 for Ljovynn? Wow. That's something for the Tabletop protagonist to have every single day. He's gotten a lot of practice with these cards in this map. So now Maxim is gonna go ahead and pick the map for game number 2. Oh, replay, right. Okay, so from the replay screen, it seems like that block off between Ljovynn and Maxim's is that, like, after that Octobrush play, it seems like Ljovynn knew where the Gutu was gonna be at, or the Slosher, whichever comes first, and that quickly clashes onto the Gutuber for a free special point. Either way, though, it is pretty amazing to see Ljovynn using a small card to actually go through with what he had. If Max actually did play a different card, then he would have not played the, well, you know, he would not play the Ink Mine. But either way, game number 2, we are getting ready to go into Thunder Point. And tell me, chat, what do you guys think about the replay feature overall? If you guys like what you saw on the replay feature, let us know and we might use it in the future. But either way, though, Ljovynn is going to start off with the Forge, hashtag not sponsored.
No, it's not we might continue using this. We are using this. We're going to continue using it. This isn't a test. This is a test. No, I finally get this stinking thing to be working. I'm using this thing.
Okay.
You all better like it, because we're going to be doing more replays in the future.
Well, speaking of which, this one's not replay work because Mr. Grizz blocked off Big Man. And Ljovynn, oh my goodness, I think that's game number 2 for Maxim. Is that game number 2 for Maxim? I'm not sure, but I think that might count. I think Maxim takes game number 2. And I think they're going to pick a different map either way, though. That Big Man and Mr. Grizz clash, dang, Maxim blocked it off pretty well, though. The game would have kept going if Ljovynn actually didn't clash either way. Anyways, Ljovynn has already chosen a map, I think, and then Maxim, on the other hand... Oh yeah, okay, so it is click-worthy. Okay, so in the replay, we do see that Ljovynn plays the Big Man pretty well, but unfortunately for Ljovynn, he gets blocked off simply because of Mr. Grizz, and that is a chunk of what he had so far. Wow. Turn 2, that is going to make... That literally makes most players in turn 2 like this just rage quit or something like that in general. That just makes them give up the game. But either way, I think we are going to go ahead and move on to game number 3. It's going to be Ljovynn versus Maxim in X Marks the Garden. Okay, so it does count. So we are on game number 3 in X Marks the Garden. Ljovynn's going to start off with the assigned Anomaly. And this card could be really, really impressively well of course, in this map. And it looks like Maxim's going to start with a Dynamo. Not entirely common for a double Dynamo, but either way, though, Ljovynn's going off with that, Ouroboros. He does have a lot of checkerboard cards in his deck. Most notably, Spike and Merch. If he uses Spike and Merch on the left or right side, then it's more commonly safe to play them. If he were to play it just right. Maxim was already played, but what about Ljovynn? Can Ljovynn actually play better on this one? He's overthinking it. He's thinking it, though. He's gonna be thinking it. He has 10 seconds left. I have no clue if Ouroboros is gonna come up there. He's gonna have to play the Ouroboros on the left, and both players are already taking care of each other's sides. But unfortunately, it looks like Maxim might have a card, like a long card, that can go through, and the clash between the two grants Ljovynn 2 special points. This is pretty hype, to say the least, but overall, though, Ljovynn might be in a bit of trouble if Maxim uses, like, a charger or something like that. He might, like, if Maxim uses that card, then it could be trouble. But there's the heavy splatling, though. There's that heavy splatling, to say the least. Okay, so far so good. Ljovynn is... I think Ljovynn's trying to pre-plan his splat screen, but doesn't know if he has a splat screen. Either way, we did see Maxim with a splat screen in the last few games from him, so there's a slim possibility. So it looks like Ljovynn's gonna have to play that Ink Mine to play his only special block onto the left side, just in case if Maxim goes around it. Because if Maxim goes around it, then this means that Ljovynn, on the other hand, is gonna have no choice but to defend. And Ljovynn is playing the Ink Mine, and it looks like Maxim's going with that Mudmouth combo. He could have used it onto the splat lane, but either way though, it seems like he is going at it. I think he does... Okay, he's using the Incline Tri-Stringer though. That's absolutely kind of perfect. And he has the Splatana Wiper that he can use onto his base. But I don't know if he's gonna have to use the Splat Wiper Deco on there. He is gonna get himself 5 special blocks if he plays it right then and there. Either way, it looks like... Oh, and it looks like the Little Jet has come in. I do see the Horrible spot, but I don't know if it's a good fit for a Horribles. Either way, Ljovynn's gonna use that Sprinkler for 6 special blocks. He doesn't have a lot of special blocks on the right side, and nor the top side, but it looks like that he could be in a lot of trouble. Either way though, we are close to endgame. Maxim is already on points lead, but doesn't have a lot of specials, so he might get bricked, or he's gonna have to force a pass, unless he has the right card for this moment. I see that little rhythm over there. So he is gonna have to play the Merch, I think. Alright, yeah, he's gonna play Merch. He has a Kohozuna, but he does need the Tent Attack. I think. Because if he gets a Tent Attack card, this might be good. Oh, and there goes that Suction Bomb from Maxim, granting him 3 special points entirely. There's the Tri-Slinger that Ljovynn needs. So now he needs a Tent Attack, so that he can grant himself 5 special points. But it looks like Maxim has 5 as well. That's enough for a 312. But all of his special blocks are not even in his base, on full or something. Already empty, I guess. Or pretty much out in the void, if you want to call that way. But he needs that 1 special block for a heavyweight card that can seal the deal, or Ljovynn taking over with the splat screen. Oh, and there it is! There it is! Now we got 7 points! And it looks like Ljovynn, on the other hand, could have used the Tent Attack and just used it to attack his base combo. But instead, Maxim's going with a heavyweight card, like either the 18 or the 17 base cards. Either way, he's going to have to use it though. Either way, Ljovynn will end off with 103 points, but I think Maxim could take game number 3. Oh, and there it goes, the Horoboros. Ooh, not a lot to fit through, but this could be enough for Maxim. And there it goes, Ljovynn losing to Maxim on game number 3, which means if Maxim wins, he gets to move on into the finals. And Ljovynn, on the other hand, is already in deep trouble. Seems like Ljovynn is already in trouble, but he picks the next map either way. So if Ljovynn wins 2 more games, he is gonna move on to the Grand Finals. But if Maxim wins, Ljovynn is sent into the losers bracket, which means that he will be making a losers run. Alright, this is it. This might be the last game of the set, so it's game number 4. And Ljovynn's still starting off with a greater hand, I suppose. I think he has a good hand overall. And I think he is gonna have to use the Coho, to say the least. He does have a Coho, though. But I don't know if, and I mean if, he were to use the Coho. I don't know if he's gonna use that Coho into something else, I suppose. And it looks like Ljovynn's going off with that Spike card. He's gonna have to play it aggressively well. He could sacrifice his other cards like Annie on the other hand, but Annie is good on base combo either way. We might see for a fact that Annie is probably good on base combo if he would have combined it with a Coho. Because apparently, though, even though he played Coho, he could play Annie on base combo, and it looks like this could be trouble for Ljovynn. I don't think Maxim has a long card, though, so Annie's gonna have to switch to drastic measures. And it looks like the clash between the Ultra Stamp, though. Wow, just wow. That's really amazing. Maxim going off with an early attack. Early aggro, though. This could mean trouble for Ljovynn all the way. But luckily for Ljovynn, though, maybe he might have a bit of luck if he were to play Ink Mine and then save up with that Splatana Wiper to attack the Mudmouth spot. But we'll see who goes first and next. Oh, and what do you know? It looks like Ljovynn's gonna have to go off with that Splat Wiper Deco. He's gonna have to use that Wiper Deco to attack Mudmouth. If Maxim doesn't have the Mudmouth, this could be it. And it looks like that is a great prediction from Maxim, but Ljovynn, on the other hand, with less points already losing lead, he has at least one special block. Not much, but it could get him somewhere, if possible. He just needs the Tentatek card for his base combo, but either way, his hands are pretty much not much good, so he's gonna have to rely on top decking either way. He's thinking of where to place down that Sprinkler, though. And there goes that spot for that Lil Judd. Maxim going with that special points. And he has no choice. And it looks like Ljovynn has no choice but to play the splat screen. But, of course, the Mudmouth does, however, although, oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Ljovynn had just given up because of that Mudmouth. He didn't know there was another Mudmouth spot on the other side of the roller. And that current win streak for Maxim, we have a winner. Maxim is moving on to the finals. And Ljovynn is sent to losers bracket. There we go, ladies.